right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Now, today's topic, we're gonna jump right into it. But before I have to jump right into it, it's what is an alpha? All right. Now, I make this for my fellas out there who struggle with the issues or fighting their masculinity off sometimes, to be in a relationship, to be in jail, to be miserable in that emotional jail, in that mental jail, that mental prison. But we're not doing that no more. Now, a little bit about me. I do this all the time. I usually talk to my friends. We always gripe about some of the pros and cons of a relationship. Now, me, I have my goods and my bads. I've been divorced. I've been in and out of relationships before. So I know. I've been through that fire. I know. All right. I'm also what you would consider alpha male. Just based on the background and experience. When if you're growing up playing sports and they make you the captain, usually the strongest man is the alpha man. He's the leader. He's the captain. Coach make you a captain, that means you the strongest out there. You dominate. All right? It's all based on dominant. The alpha male is just the most dominant male in the group, in his area. Now, we could scratch on that surface level of it. But all in all, alpha don't mean you have to be the biggest, fastest, strongest. You don't have to have the biggest muscles. You don't have to be the tallest. All right? You have to have that energy. You don't even have to be the smartest. You have to have that energy, that essence, that mindset. When people come around you, they know you're alpha. They know. They feel your presence. You ever walked in a room and you felt people staring at you? Your energy draws people towards you. That's alpha. A lot of us got that. You ever walk in a room, get so strong to the point where you could change the mood as soon as you walk in there. Hey, I don't care what's going on. We're going to fix it. You ever had somebody ever come up to you, and I know this. Oh, when I finally seen your face, I knew everything was going to be all right. That take hard work. That take a certain mindset. It's kind of like a certain order of things. Now, we going to get into what is alpha today. All right? Now, from my prior experience, like I told you, that's something you could see as a little boy. Sometimes we alpha on that field. We alpha on that court, but we can't be alpha in the home. You ain't even alpha. You getting controlled. What is alpha? A man that's going to do what he wants to do. That's doing it on his own. That's going his own way. That's being who he needs to be. You understand? Now, when I say alpha, when I think of alpha, you should be thinking of God. God created that. God gave you that. He the alpha and the omega. The beginning and the end. It start with you. So if he created me in his image, then he had to give me some God-like powers. If you're gonna come from that, if we coming from that energy. All right. Now my background is very spiritual. I wouldn't say religious. Yeah, I grew up in church, but it's very spiritual. When stuff don't sit right in my spirit, I can't even be around it long. If you got that bad spirit on you, I can't be around. Something gonna happen to where I ain't even around you no more. And sometimes I get hard-headed and I end up getting burnt by it. All right, but fellas, listen, this is for you. This ain't for no ladies. I mean, my first episode, I went off on a little rant tangent. I sent to some of my friends, and I was hoping they say, "Yo, I do not agree with anything you say." And most of my female friends, they're like, "Yeah, that was cool. I think you did a good job, but I don't agree with everything you said." Good, perfect, good. I ain't in here to come agreement with no women. All right, that ain't what alpha do. So if you trying to please people, that ain't alpha. That's beta. All right, alpha come in there and shake things up, change it. I don't like that. You did that with the last guy. You ain't finna do it with this guy. You understand what I'm saying? But alpha, I like to start off, like I said, it's energy. It's from the spirit. All right. Number one trait for an alpha, they like to say, oh, he like attention. Everybody crave a certain sort of attention, but we don't need it. Attention don't validate an alpha. I don't care about none of that. As an alpha, you focus on your goals, all right? You focus on your whatever your goal was today, you focus on it. And some days you good at being alpha, and some days you're gonna be bad at being alpha. You're gonna be horrible. But you need to know when you're slipping up. And when you're in your feminine frame and you giving out too much, you feeding it too much feminine energy. You need to know when you're feeding off that stuff. Like I said in the episode before, no man ever benefited from being emotional. I have yet to see it. The only examples I could give you guys is basically sports. That's it. That's after you win the championship or lose the championship. And you're not benefiting from it. You just exerting that last little bit of energy. You understand? Stuff come from your heart, but you got to know what you need. Now, I like to say this, just because you got the muscles, and you at the gym working out your body, fellas, you definitely have to do self-improvement. So if you don't feel like you need to go to the gym or you don't need to work out, I don't think this is the channel for you. Because we always trying to improve our bodies and keep ourselves strong. Your body strong, your mind stronger. Your body strong, your mind strong, your soul strong, your spirit strong. It's easier to give off that energy when you strong physically. Nobody ain't running up on nobody that's 6'3", 250. Nobody doing that. I mean, maybe a woman if she in her masculine emotional state. Yeah, but we're not gonna even get into that. That's a whole nother story. But most of us, we see a big imposing. We ain't running up on that. But he's gonna give off a certain energy. Okay, I hope he on our team. You ever seen when you get off a bus for sports, they like, hey, he got to get off the bus first because he the most intimidating looking person. That don't mean he's an alpha. He just looked intimidating. Now, this is when you know you're an alpha, when you point out the most intimidating figure they got. Oh, that's who I want first. We gonna try him. That's alpha. All right. Just because you have those muscles don't make you alpha. My first thing, I'm gonna hammer that home because it was very embarrassing to me as a man, as a black man, to see Terry Crews with all those muscles do what he did, like a Me Too movement. I ain't even gonna get into that, but that was crazy. That was crazy. And then all the black women came to his rescue. Like, it's okay. I'm like, what? That's like the most feminine. That was like the most masculine looking man doing the most feminine thing. They're pushing that agenda. We gotta fight that. We shun that. It's okay to shun stuff. So what? We ain't gotta agree with everything. And that's what I tell people. Oh, you ain't gotta agree with everything I say, but it's gonna be said and it's gonna be applied. I don't care if nobody else applied. I'm apply it to my life because I know what works for me. And that what make me alpha. That's what makes me alpha. That's what should make you alpha. You doing what you want to do. If you want to go out with your homeboys, I don't want to hear my girl mouth. You not being alpha, you being beta. Especially if you live there and you pay all the bills there. Why I gotta deal with that? Cause you ain't set those boundaries. You ain't let her know you was alpha from the beginning because you was too busy trying to be chivalrous or Mr. Nice Guy, or you thought that you was gonna nice guy your way into some vagina. It don't work like that. Trust me, I did it. I did it as an example to myself because I always was on the alpha sphere, the alpha mindset. I always had it, but I thought I didn't need it because society told me, oh, you're too controlling. Society told me, oh, you're too toxic because you want things your way. You can't have things your way. Yes, you can. If you're dealing with somebody, you shouldn't be able to put up with nobody bullshit. Straight up. Nobody bull. If they're not doing stuff your way, then you need to leave. If you're not comfortable with that, if it don't sit right in your spirit, you need to leave. I remember the first time, and I'm gonna give you an example of me not being alpha. I knew the rules to the game. I got this job at the post office, being a mailman. And the chick come in, I just finished my route. The chick come in and say, "Oh, I need help. I got lost. I don't know how to get this route done. I need help. I'm gonna be late." What I did? "Oh, okay, well, if it's all right with the manager, I'll probably help you, but I can't do nothing for you." So she went to the manager, and the manager was like, "You know what? Go help her." So I get back in my truck. I get half of her bin, half of her mail to deliver. I get half of that mail to deliver, and I already know it's like a sixth sense I got. Like, man, I shouldn't even be doing this, but I'm gonna do it because I should be off, but I still get a little extra cash. But I'm like, man, I shouldn't even be doing this. Long story short, I turn around. I was at a stop sign, and I get hit by a little red pickup truck. They hit me. It wasn't a big accident. It was like a fender bender. But boy, oh boy, I ended up getting fired because I was within my 60 days. And one of the rules were stay on your route. Don't help nobody with their route. It has to be certain paperwork that has to be done. If they don't finish their route, they just don't finish. But I was trying to help, and I was listening to somebody who told me to go do it. So did my manager get fired? No, I got fired because I was off my route and damaged one of the mail trucks. End of that story. And it ain't even sit right in my essence, in my spirit. Like, man, I'm not going to help. I want to help, but it ain't right. You got to have that mindset. I ain't had that mindset. I would have just been like, "Hey, I can't help you. I'm going home." You understand? Now, with that said, I'll point out some more situations that I have a past experience in my life where if I were more assertive, and every man has in a situation in his life where he's more assertive. If he would have been more assertive, he would have got the result he needed to better his life. All right. So if you find yourself doing a lot of stuff you don't want to do, that's not alpha mindset. You're not creating alpha energy. You're not. You're being controlled. I don't know what by. Sometimes by emotions. Sometimes by a nagging woman. Whoever, you being in control. I feel like this. Number one thing is when I go around my friends, I want to see them doing their own thing. You can have a regular job. I have a regular job. I love my job. But I'm still going to do my own thing because I don't plan on working for nobody. All my life. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to work for me. I'm going to work for me. I'm going to do what I like doing. I'm going to find my purpose. And I'll give you another example. You do not want to be in a situation where you being beta. I gave up maybe $500, $600, $700 a month on separate occasions because a certain female in my life didn't like what I was doing. And I'm gonna tell you what I do. I do personal training, and I'm good at it. Oh, I just don't want all those females calling your phone. Da 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 da. I'm like, man, hold on. I train females, but I train males too. But you got a problem with the females calling your phone, calling my phone. You understand? So it all depends on what you need to do. You got to think alpha first. You got to think I'm the prize first. I always think you the prize first. All right? That's another thing. The alpha don't look for attention. It just comes. You're doing your purpose. You're on your purpose. You're focused on something. You always should be focused on something every day. My dad, he wake up every day. He has a goal. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to make sure I pray. Whatever you do, no matter how he feel, he going to get something done. And that's why I try to do the same thing. Now, and that's one of the most alpha men I know. Another tidbit, another point I'll point out Alphas have an abundance mindset. I remember I was going through a big breakup. Oh, why you think you could do this? And that girl said something to me, and it just came. I didn't know where it came from. It just came out of nowhere. It just came. She was like, "You'll never have another female like me. You'll never find another." I said, "It's 6 billion women on." I told her. I think I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's 6 billion women on the planet. I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm never gonna find another you. I'm gonna find something better." Abundance mindset. Abundance mind. Don't ever be scared to lose. You think, oh, just because she gave you some money or wash your dirty drawers, you don't think you can't have that? Matter of fact, you can have multiple women giving you money and washing your drawers. Now, for me, some of the most alpha people be pastors. And at the same time, some of the most alpha people also are pimps. What you mean? I've just seen a man get out of the car with women surrounding him, feeding him. He looking cool. Like, what? Oh, I used to look in the pulpit. This man is the spiritual leader of a church. These women look up to this man more than they look up to their husband. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. It might be normal to y'all. I just think that's crazy. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But that's what you got to look at. Having abundance mindset is always better. It's always better to be alone than be miserable with somebody. If your alpha essence is draining, is draining somebody, is draining you, is not bamming on the door to get out. That's what you need to do. I'm not here to fix nothing. I done did it. I done did the beta. I played the beta role. I went to counseling. Let's talk about our feelings. I did that. That don't work for me. It's either you gonna do what you gonna do, or we gonna separate. And that's how it is. It's my way or the highway. That's it. Only deal with women who on your level. Don't let these women tell you. I remember a female sat up there and told me straight up, she was like, "Oh, the way you want you a little do girl. You want everything handed to you." Yes, I do. Because that's what I deserve. And she's going to help me more than the girl who going to sit up there and fight with me about what I want. That makes perfect sense. Because all you're going to do is drain me and make me miserable. I don't need that. Now, I feel like the abundance mindset, let's stay on that real quick. That is the number one sign of an alpha. Abundance mindset. These cats out here, they'll holler at 10 chicks and get all 9 of their numbers, and then the last chick he holler at, he get rejected and he feel ugly. And he's probably getting his feelings. That don't make him alpha. That make him beta. Because an alpha will walk around and holler at 10 chicks and be like, "Oh well, I'm still the man. I'm still the man out here in these streets. I'm still the best thing smoking." That's their loss. They don't see that too bad. I ain't got time for it. I'm trying to put you on the team, baby. That's it. And if they don't want it, then fellas, that's how you gotta think. Don't be around here. These girls be sitting up here telling me stories about how they get cussed out and all that. I never cussed a girl out because she ain't want to have nothing to do with me. That ain't alpha. The most I ever said to a girl is, "Okay, your loss." And then I got cussed out by it. I'm like, wait a minute. I just told you it was your loss. I ain't say nothing disrespectful. Oh, you think you all that? But, yeah. Anyway, when that happened, long story short, she ended up on the team. It's cause my mindset. It's cause that energy, that essence. A female gonna treat you like you think. So if you think you're an ugly dude and you approach a female, she's gonna give you that energy right back. Now that's gonna be a whole nother when I do my pickup game, my dating stuff, and we're gonna talk about that. But listen, alpha, let's move on. Alpha is never a follower. He's always a leader. And that's what was ingrained in my spirit since a little. Be a leader, not a follower. Be a leader, not a follower. Be a leader, not a follower. That's all I know. If y'all want to go to that basketball court and play over there, but I want to play over here, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play over here. When they say, oh, she's not playing well with others, I said that my daughter a leader. She's a leader. She's doing what she wants to do. She is free. The number one sign of a free person and a dominant person is a person that does what they want to do, especially a man. A man does what they want to do, regardless of feelings. If I want chicken wings tomorrow, the first thing I'm going to do, I don't care how I feel. I don't care if I'm happy, sad, crazy, mad. If I make up in my mind I'm getting chicken wings tomorrow, I'm getting those wings tomorrow. That's alpha. When you make up your spirit, hey, I'm going to get closer. I'm going to get higher. I'm going to go on my next. I'm going to get to the next level. Nothing can stop you. Nothing should stop you. Nothing should distract you. If you focus on something and a woman try to break your focus, that woman ain't there for your growth. Fellas, that woman not there for your growth. Now, if you focus on some bull, like playing a game, some time waster, and she distracting you, and I'm going to give you that. You need to tighten up. It's something you ain't doing right in that household if she always nagging. Now, that's the great engager. All right? Now, another thing that's alpha. Alpha has nothing to do with women. I know a lot of beta male providers that have a lot of women because they spend a lot of money. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. Fellas, have you ever said to yourself, you had a rotation of girls or you had potential girls who want to chill with you, hang out with you, you say, you know what, there ain't no sex this week for none of y'all. Yeah, I ain't having sex this month. That's alpha. That's some of the most alpha stuff you can do is deny your own flesh for your purpose. Some of the most alpha stuff. Oh, when I was in college, when I was in high school, hey, no sex this week. Oh, we playing. Who we playing? We playing Boca. We playing Boca High. We playing St. Thomas. Oh, we in the playoffs. It ain't no sex. I need all my strength. Nah, y'all not finna distract me. I swear to God, the best football game I ever had was like the week I broke up with my girlfriend. I had the best game. I was balling. All right, we're gonna talk about that too, because a woman will drain you of your masculine energy. When you're in the wrong relationship, your masculinity is getting drained. Your alpha essence is getting drained. Now, for you cats that don't believe in the alpha and you beta or you say you something else, this ain't for you. You might well leave. Don't listen to me no more. And don't come hang around me. No, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. All right? Now, women do not validate if you alpha or not. I'm telling you. Trust me, I know I done had enough. I had a lot. I got a lot of women off of alpha essence alone. But that doesn't validate if I'm alpha or not. What validates you being alpha is what you got them women doing. If you just got them coming to the house, giving you some head and, you know, having sex, and Netflix and chilling, and they taking up your time, that ain't alpha. Look at the alpha male lion in the pride of female. What do female lions do? They go out and hunt for him, and they bring him the food. They go out and hunt for those male lions and bring them the food back. If you got a 6-girl rotation and you ain't getting nothing out of them girls but some sex, you just a human dildo. You just a big human dildo. That's all you is. If you just have them come through for sex, that's all they good for. I don't even want to deal with no female that can't bring nothing to the table. And I mean bring something, like literally bring something. Bring me something to eat. You want to come spend time over here, you got to pay your way. You got to pay your way. That's how you got to think. That's when you know you're thinking on a different level. Like, what can you do for me? Huh? Do you even have a good enough do you even have good enough feminine energy to even be in my circle, in my space? Are you draining me? You understand what I'm saying? So that is one of the main parts. You gotta always think alpha. You gotta vet these women when you date them. What do you bring to the table? That's easy. What do you bring to the table? And they go to name the stuff they bring to this table. If you don't hear anything that you need in your life, cut them off. All right, put them over there in the concubine section. Maybe I'll hit you up when I'm horny or I need something. That's it, but I ain't finna even put you in the rotation. I'm not finna waste my time. That is what alpha does. Yes, time. Another thing that makes you alpha is how you value your time. If you wasting your time, I seen one of my homeboys always tell this story about how he chased a girl from one end of Palm Beach County to the other end. Asked his mama to borrow money, asked him to borrow money, just so he could buy the girl some stuff. The girl had him waiting at the gas station because they were supposed to link up and go to the club. Had him waiting at the gas station for a whole 45 minutes to an hour. And they just calling his phone like, we on our way, he. And he just waiting there. Wasting everybody's time. That is the most beta thing you could do. Because guess what? I don't want none of my homeboys coming around me like, yo, I'm waiting on this chick. She ain't make it yet? Bruh, you gotta get from around me. I don't even want to be associated with you if they playing games with you like that. Value your time. Control your life. That's alpha. It ain't got nothing to do with dominating women. It has everything to do with dominating yourself, controlling yourself. How you gonna control a woman, dominate a woman? You can't even dominate yourself. You can't even dominate your flesh. You can't even dominate your flesh. You gotta wake up in the morning and play 2 hours of 2K when you should be doing 2 hours of studying, 2 hours at the gym, 2 hours doing research for investments, 2 hours trying to get your boys together for a plan. Nah, you can't be alpha. Yeah, you might have some alpha traits, but you got beta traits. You got to work on. The alpha is something you work on every day. Now, it's way more. What is alpha? Is way more to that. But that's all I'm gonna give y'all for right now. Y'all boys work on that. Y'all work on valuing your time. Work on valuing yourself. If you gotta wait on somebody, make sure it's worth the wait. If you waiting on a girl just to go spend some money on them, you're not valuing your time. If you waiting on somebody or you doing something for somebody, but you really don't want to do it, you're not taking control of your life. You're not setting no boundaries. Man, set those boundaries. Go hustle for you. A lot of us men, we get so wrapped up in women or in our relationship, we hustle for them. We don't even hustle for ourselves no more. We hustle just to make them happy. But we the problem. And you understand, when you a good man, you know you out there hustling for your old lady. But that's what they think. They think that's a good man. Oh, you're such a good man because you're providing for everything. Nah, man. You're a weak man. You don't know what you're doing. She's supposed to be out there going to get with you or for you. She's supposed to give into your dream. Nah, man, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for that mindset yet. I'm going to just give y'all a little bit. That's all y'all getting for today. All right? This ain't tea. This not tea. This protein. Remember that. This is not tea. This is protein. It's going to make you stronger. And it ain't going to taste good. What I say don't taste good. It's the truth.